All right, in this video segment, we are going to look at how do you find the missing value in range. So remember, range is if you take the greatest value and you subtract the lower value, that gives you your range. So I'm looking at my set of numbers here in black, and they are telling me that my range is 20. So I've got a couple places of where my unknown, this x, could be. The first thing I'm going to do, though, is arrange my numbers from smallest to largest. So let's work in this scenario. Let's say that x is somewhere in the middle. It could be here, it could be in between 8 and 11, 13 and 14, 14 and 17. But no matter where I put that x, my lower value is 3, my greater value is 21, and when I subtract those, I get 18 as the range. And that's not correct because the range is supposed to be 20. So that scenario doesn't work. The other possibility is that instead of x being in the middle somewhere, it's going to be at one of the ends. So let's say it's before 3. So if I take my greater value of 21 and my smaller value of x and I subtract them, I'm supposed to get 20. Now a lot of you can just look at that and say 21, take away x is 20, or so your answer is 1. But if you need to solve it algebraically, what I'm going to do is actually add x first to both sides. And now to get x by itself, I'm going to subtract 20. And then algebraically, I can prove that my x is 1. So one possible answer is that my unknown is 1, because it does meet the condition of my highest value of 21, take away 1, and I get a range of 20. But I still haven't looked at the other scenario, and that's with the fact that x is at the other end. What if it's the greatest value? So I'm going to set up that scenario. My greatest value of x, take away 3, is worth 20. So now to solve for x, I'm simply just going to add 3 to both sides, and that gives me a possibility of x being 23. And that also works because, again, my greatest value of 23, take away my lower value of 3, gives me 20. So in this particular problem, I have two answers. I could have that x is 1, or I could also have the possibility that x is 23. And that is how you find the missing value when working with range.